So when it comes to exclusives within the video game industry, there isn't really an overarching opinion within the gaming community. Some gamers absolutely hate the idea because part of the community will not be able to gain access to the title because they don't have the correct hardware to play the game. And other gamers absolutely love them because they feel it pushes up the quality of at least a select number of video games, as essentially some of these titles are being crafted with the aim of selling a particular brand of hardware. Regardless of how you feel about exclusives or exclusive content, there isn't really any denying that they do play some factor in some gamers' decision to invest in a particular console. We could perhaps use the sales comparison of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One as a way to justify this idea, because the PS4 has so many more exclusives than the Xbox One does, or perhaps the fact that The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild has been quite instrumental in the success of the Nintendo Switch so far. When it comes to exclusives and consoles, it's pretty much safe to say that the Xbox One has pretty much suffered from an exclusive title problem for some time now. The cancellation of Scalebound earlier this year brought this problem once again into the limelight, and a lot of gamers were left feeling that there isn't really an exclusive Xbox title that has created the perception of this is why you should buy the Xbox One. As Microsoft prepares to release Project Scorpio at the end of this year, they have recognized the fact that the Xbox One doesn't quite have as many exclusive titles as console owners might have liked it to have, and have stated that they plan to fix this situation by promising an upcoming announcement of new exclusives to be revealed soon. A lot of gamers do think that Microsoft will finally make good on these promises at E3 next month, and this has kind of got me thinking about what sort of exclusives the gaming community overall want to see from Microsoft in order to want to invest in Project Scorpio. Now, firstly, I think it's very important to acknowledge the idea that exclusives to some extent do make the console. When it comes down to it, quite simply, it's not insane to suggest that the PS4 has a lot more to offer with regards to exclusive titles than the Xbox One does. This year alone has seen the release of several exclusive titles of various different genres on the PS4, such as Horizon Zero Dawn, Nier Automata, Neo, and Persona 5, that many claim to be of Game of the Year quality and appeal to a wide variety of gamers. There are two very important ideas to take from this statement. Firstly, there are a variety of games of different genres available that appeal to a variety of different gamers, meaning that at least one of these titles may increase a gamer's interest in purchasing a PS4. Secondly, these games are garnering high acclaim from both reviewers and the general public because they are good. Cinematic and gameplay trailers of newly released titles is enough to pique anyone's interest, but it is ultimately the positive buzz surrounding a title that eventually pushes one to buy said title. If exclusive after exclusive is creating such a situation, it makes sense that one will choose to invest in a particular console. Microsoft needs to ensure that Xbox Project Scorpio gets a similar treatment to the PS4 in that a variety of good games are released consistently in order to create a situation where gamers feel that they just need to own the console to play all of the games available on it. I won't really go into the argument about whether Xbox really does truly have any exclusives, seeing as the crossplay feature does make all of the games available on Xbox available on PC as well, but there are a lot of gamers who simply just like playing games on console, and having a significant amount of exclusives may push one to invest in a particular console. New IP has become very important to gamers. It's important to note that some of the more critically acclaimed exclusives released on PS4 this year, such as Horizon Zero Dawn and Neo, are also entirely new works of intellectual property, which often does create great excitement within the gaming community. People want to explore new worlds and discover the secrets of as of yet unknown stories, because this practice often makes very familiar gaming tropes feel new again. For example, despite Horizon Zero Dawn containing elements that are very reminiscent of a Ubisoft title such as Assassin's Creed or Far Cry, in the form of collectibles and structures to climb in order to gain a full view of a map area, it didn't really feel like work to complete these tasks as it has begun to feel in an Assassin's Creed or Far Cry title. One could argue against this point of creating new IP in the fact that Microsoft does have a lot of established exclusive exclusive IPs with a massive amount of brand power behind them, such as with Halo and Gears of War, and that these brands sell consoles at the end of the day. They really do. But in this day and age, a lot of gamers have begun to place more value on innovation and the creation of new IPs than the safety of tried and trusted brands and ideas. This was quite evident in the fact that both Halo 5 and Gears of War have sold less than any other entry within both of those two series. I'm not saying that Microsoft should stop making Halo or Gears of War titles, but rather that new games that aren't shooters and explore new dynamics will be a very welcome addition to the Xbox One's existing lineup and may push some gamers to invest in Project Scorpio. It's important to note that Microsoft is actually listening to gamers. The Xbox One hasn't been performing as well as the PS4, despite the fact that it is still performing better than the Xbox 360 in the same amount of time, but Microsoft has been listening to gamers and in turn has been working towards giving gamers exactly what they want. Xbox Project Scorpio does seem as it may be a definite game changer in terms of the console market, and it does seem as if Microsoft is committed to giving people a reason to buy the new console by developing new exclusives that you'll want to play on Xbox, as they have stated as much. Whether or not this will actually happen remains to be seen, but I really do hope that it does, which makes me very excited for Microsoft's Xbox showcase at E3 next month. Do you place great value on exclusive games? What sort of new exclusives would you like to see Microsoft announce at E3 this year? Please share in the comments down below, and if you like this video, please remember to subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.